All right, sounds good, Akili. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say we are in for a treat tonight. We are going to be hearing directly from the CEO of Fortress Network LLC. This gentleman is the visionary with his wife behind this opportunity that he's created for people all across the country. Fortress is exploding, so you're in the right place at the right time. If you're a guest, hopefully you can this is a webinar, so other than just listening, if you can find a way to log in and view the presentation, the PowerPoint that goes behind the audio, that'd be great. But Keely Omari, our CEO, is a guy that's a very successful entrepreneur. He's originally from California. He was in the entertainment industry, done a lot of incredible things in that industry, in music and film, and very, very popular, knows a lot of celebrities, but migrated to the East Coast to kind of change his life. It was just too fast based on what he shared with me and some of the things that was going on in California. And since he moved to North Carolina, he's done several things in the networking industry and been very, very successful. However, he found that a lot of people were not making the money that he was making, and he was in search of, just trying to create something that people can win together. And lo and behold, he came up with the concept of Fortress. It's going viral. I'm honored to be a part of the company and working directly with Mr. Omari. So without any further ado, folks, I'd like to present to you Mr. Keely Omari, the CEO of Fortress Network LLC.
Well, thank you for that, Mr. Andy Solandi. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Andy Solandi, our COO, and he is my right-hand man and has been with me growing this company and making sure everyone has an opportunity to succeed. Basically, we put a lot of effort into growing the company and finalizing just all sorts of things to make it as easy as possible for you all to succeed. Because at the end of the day, that's what Fortress is about. It's about helping people. Mr. Solandi mentioned my background in the entertainment industry, and what he said is absolutely true. But here's the biggest problem with the entertainment industry. It's only usually the celebrity that's making all of the money. Their family and friends, except for a few people who are extremely close to them, never get to really eat off of their success. And most of the time, that money is just theirs. They become multimillionaires, and their family and friends just sit by the wayside, look for opportunities to get involved in something, and it just usually don't pan out for them. So let's address the elephant in the room, those pyramid things. First of all, if you're a first-time guest listening to this tonight, understand that this is not one of those pyramid things, and you will see how Fortress is so different from one of those pyramid things. 2, this is not going to be one of those presentations that's full of hype where we, tell you get rich tonight if you put in $10, because it's not like that. Fortress is an extremely simple company that, as long as you meet a few criteria, you can become successful. So with that said, when my wife and I sat down and decided to start Fortress, it was birthed because, as Andy mentioned, I was in these different network marketing companies. I've been in just about every one you can possibly think of. And in those companies, I would find success. After all, network marketing is one of the industries that makes more millionaires than any other industry. Unfortunately, most people that get involved in those companies, they don't find that type of success. So when I would get involved in these companies and make, tens of thousands of dollars a month, I would look back at my downline and I would notice that the people that I was bringing in wasn't being successful. And that bothered me because I sold them on a dream. I believed that they would be successful if they got involved because I was successful. But everybody's not going to go out and talk to everybody they see. Everybody's not going to go out and sell a bunch of products and so forth. I was willing to do that, but it wasn't long before I understood that this was something that most people just wasn't going to do. So understanding that that industry, the network marketing industry, could make a lot of people financially independent It wasn't something I wanted to give up on. What I wanted to do was find a way to make it work, find a way to make it easy for people. So when my wife, Jessica, and I sat down, she asked me a few questions. One was, why aren't people being successful? The number one answer to that is, it's too hard. Too much recruitment, too much selling, and too much time and energy you have to put into it. So with that, Fortress was born. The easiest company you will ever see in your entire life. Fortress is a social referral network. Now you may ask, what is a social referral network? Basically, that's any group or organization who actively refers others to a particular good or service. So if you think about it, if you've ever told a friend about a movie you've seen or a restaurant that you ate at, that is referring them to that movie or restaurant. And how much did that movie or restaurant give you? The answer, 9 times out of 10, is absolutely nothing. So with Fortress, we found it the Fortress way. Basically, it's a unique way to help people earn extra income. We market products that people want, need, and use every single day. Our unique marketing strategy provides the associates the opportunity to buy and sell trendy products at a tremendous savings. Our business model allows the associates the opportunity to earn extra income. And we believe that with this concept and this ease of entry, we have made it where anyone can succeed. In Fortress, all you have to do is trust the simplicity. It was inspired because we wanted to address one of the number one things that affect this industry, and that's attrition. Network marketing has an attrition rate of about 97%, meaning 97% of the people who get involved in those network marketing or pyramid scheme things, they usually just don't succeed. So that's a very high number when you consider all of the millions of people that join those companies. So with Fortress, we believe that we can drop attrition to below 10% because it is so easy and it's so inexpensive, anybody can do it. Now, our current economy in 2019, a couple of months ago, Career Builder released a report claiming that 78% of American full-time workers will live in paycheck to paycheck. What's more, that's 71% of us are in debt. That's a lot of people in debt. Meanwhile, 57% of households report that they can't even save $100 a month. So when you think about that, you have most households now are 2 income, and most are reporting that they can't even save $100 a month. That is ridiculous. I'm sure you've seen this before. The definition of sanity is to continue doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Now, Fortress is built on what's called a 3x9 social referral network. The social referral network is unique in a few ways. One, you can basically grow your business by just sharing it with a few people online. If you post it to Instagram, Twitter, any LinkedIn, any of the social media sites that you're on, you could actually grow your business that way. Another unique aspect of the 3x9 social referral network is the spillover effect. And what that means is you get paid from people coming in from above you and below you. Most of those network marketing companies don't work that way. So in other words, someone can bring you in and you could be sitting there under the person who brought you in. And if that person goes out and bring in 10, 15, 20 people, a third of those people will fall under you and you will get paid from those people. So not only are you getting paid from the people that are coming in from above you, you will also get paid from the people that comes in below you. So when you go out and bring in your 3 people, you're going to get paid from them. And when your 3 people bring in people and so forth and so on, you will get paid from them as well. So the spillover effect is something that makes this an extremely unique opportunity. Now let's compare Fortress to some of those other companies out there. For one, with Fortress, there's no startup fee. There's low recruitment requirements. You get a free replicated website. You get up to 25% discount on products and services. There's tremendous corporate and team support, and there's no mandatory selling. We like to refer to Fortress as 1 + 1. There's no simpler equation than 1 + 1. It equals 2. It's plain and simple. But look at some of the other companies. High startup fees, high monthly fees, monthly recruitment requirements, monthly sales requirements, I'm sure you all been in those companies where you have PBs and CBs and BBs and all of the other Vs that you can possibly think of. They have extremely complicated comp plans. Fortress is 1+1. Those companies are E equals MC squared. It is just so complicated. Now, to get started in Fortress is extremely simple. It's only $10 a month. And with that $10 a month, you can earn monthly residual income, earn bonus compensation, earn income by selling products to people, and it's not mandatory. It's completely up to you if you want to sell. And you can take advantage of the income opportunities that we have. Now, another thing that you get for $10 is you get your back office. You get the ability to sell and promote your own products and services. So if you're on this call and you already have a business, if you're a barber, a beautician, a mechanic, if you sell herbs, whatever it is that you do, you can bring your business to Fortress and promote it and earn 100% of the money. Well, I should say you keep 100% of the money that you make. So if you are a barber or beautician and you schedule 50 appointments and you make $5,000, it's all yours. All you'll ever get Fortress is $10 per month. Now, to become a member, simply go to the website of the person who brought you on this call and click on Become a Rep. Once you do that, you will fill out this quick little form. Here you would decide what you want the name of your site to be. For instance, some people may name their site Make Money. Some people may name their site just their name. So whatever you decide, you can make your site as unique as you want with the name. Once you do that, you will have what's called a back office, as you see here. In your back office, you have a dashboard. You can check your account, your organization, meaning how many people are coming in. You can launch your website. You can check your compensation. There's so many things you can do on your back office. We won't go through all of them here, but understand if you were to run any kind of business, you need some type of office, and Fortress is providing that for you all within your $10. Now, here are just a few of the products that Fortress market. As I mentioned, we have unique products, things that you won't find every single day, and you can earn bonus compensation off of these products. And I'll just name a few. And also, Fortress is always adding more products. Our COO, Mrs. Andy Solandi, has kind of rebranded us the Amazon that pays, because we're growing our marketplace to a point that we may rival Amazon and products, but you'll be able to earn off of that. Think about this. Think about how massive Amazon is. What if you could earn just a small percentage off of all of the products selling on Amazon? That's one of the visions we have for Fortress, and we're heading in that direction. So just to name a few of our products, one, we have the Hydro One. And at the end of the presentation, I will let Mr. Solandi tell you a little bit more about this product, because this is one of the most unique products on the market. For one, it addresses people who have diabetes. If people have diabetes and they can't drink those sugary drinks, our RevD will help reverse diabetes. We're not claiming it's a cure, but it will help reverse it. And Andy will speak a little bit more to that. It also helps with obesity, low energy, fatigue, cognition, heart health, cholesterol, and muscle recovery. When I tell you this is one of the most unique drinks on the market, that would be an understatement. And it tastes fantastic. Then we have the Fortress FlexFit Vest. This is a unique vest because it combines two different fabrics which help accelerate body heat when exercising. So if you're doing a light exercise like walking, jumping jacks, or push-ups, and you're wearing this vest, your body will heat up faster to help you burn more calories. So for people looking to trim down a little bit, I would suggest trying out the Fortress vest. Then we have the also popular CBD products. We have a full line of CBD products, and this stuff is second to none. It was developed by Earth Science Tech, and they put a lot of research into making sure they brought you a top-of-the-line CBD product. Don't be fooled by some of those little $18 CBDs that you find on Amazon. Some of that stuff may contain little to no CBD whatsoever, but with the Earth Science Tech Deep CBD, you're getting full spectrum cannabis, and it is fantastic. Then we also have Cali Credit Solutions. For anyone who's looking to up their credit score, if you've been turned down for a loan, low FICO score, high interest rates, or you want to buy a home, take a look at Cali Credit, because they are helping people repair their credit. And they've helped mine, and I've seen other people's credit that they repaired. And in just a matter of month, I've seen 400 credit scores go to mid 700s. So this is a great product as well. Now, as I mentioned earlier, Fortress is a 3x9 social referral network. And I'm going to break that down into dollars and show you how this works. Basically, every member is placed into what's called the SRN, or the social referral network. Every member has 3 positions below them. So in other words, if you went out and brought in 4 people, you would already have 1 person on your second level, because those 3 people would fill up your first level. And that 4th person that you put in would fall under the first person that you put in. So I'm going to show you now how this breaks down to dollars, because this is why a 3x9 is so exciting and why it's so powerful and why a lot of us are here. So when you go out and you bring in your first 3 people, you're going to earn $1 per person. Now, keep in mind, I like everyone to focus on that $10 that you're paying every single month. If you brought in your first 3 people on the first day, you would earn $3 that day, because you earn $1 per person. If you brought in like-minded individuals, as we suggested, as are the people on this call, because we really promote bringing in like-minded individuals, on your second day, you would have a total of 9 people on your second level. So now here you are, 2 days in, and you're already earning $12, because you're earning $3 on your first level and $9 on your second level. Now, you don't have to shout this out, but that number that I told you to keep in mind, you're paying $10 a month. Now, already you're making more than you're spending, and all you've done is brought 3 people to the table. Now, the people on level 2 are going to go out and bring in 3 people as well. Now you'd be earning $27 on your third level, $9 on your second level, and $3 on your first level. That's a total of $39. Now we're doing this in a 1-day scenario, because at $10 a month, most of us should know 3 like-minded individuals who can afford $10 a month, who are looking for an opportunity. If they're out there spending money on lottery tickets, they're looking for an opportunity. If they're on their knees every night, they're looking for an opportunity. So in this scenario, on the 3rd day, you already be earning $39. Now let's look at day 4. When those 3 people on level 3 go out and get their 3 people, you would now be earning $81 on your 4th level. Let's just jump ahead a couple of levels, because after all, this is a 3x9. Let's look at level 6. By the time you've reached level 6, if this is 6 days, if this is 6 weeks, you'll be earning over $1,000. And all you've done is brought 3 people to the table and paid your $10. Now understand, this could grow faster, because everyone can bring in more than 3 people. 3 people is just a requirement for becoming a qualified member to earn compensation. So let's just say we stopped right here and Fortress had nothing else to offer. For $10, you now have a website, you now have a product line that you can earn commissions off of, and you could promote and sell your own products. And in this scenario, you'd make $1,000, well, over $1,000 a month. If there was nothing else that Fortress could offer, you would already be winning. Because remember the slide where I showed you that said most people couldn't even save $100 a month? In this scenario, what would an extra $1,000 a month do for the average family? What could you do with an extra $1,000 a month? But this is only level 6, and this is a 3x9. So look what happens on your 7th level. When your level 6 go out and bring in their 3 people, you would now have the potential earnings of $2,187 on level 7 alone. And when you add all of those levels together, that's now over $3,000 a month. Now we could take this once again in days, we could take it in weeks, or we could take it in months. If it took 7 months for you to get to this level, you would still be earning over $3,000 a month. Who on here would not want to give 7 months to their own financial freedom to earn an extra $3,000 a month? That's $36,000 a year for what? For you paying $10 a month and bringing in only 3 people? Now, it's going to start getting exciting right here, and somewhat unbelievable to some people, because your level 7 have to go out and bring in 3 people as well. And when they bring in their 3 people, on your level 8, you'd be earning $6,561. And when you add all of those levels together, that's now over $9,000 a month. Let's take it back to days, weeks, and months. If you did this in days, that's 8 days. If you did it in weeks, that's 8 weeks. And if you did it in months, that's 8 months. Could you imagine 8 months from now earning over $9,000 a month, $108,000 a year? It's incredible when you think about what you're seeing here. But here is one of the reasons why we're all here. It's because of that level 9. When you're level 8, go out and bring in their 3 people. That is a total of $19,683. That's every single month. And when you add all of those levels together, that's $29,523. So that's your potential earnings. What if you did that in days? What if you did that in weeks? What if you did that in months? Or what if it took you 2 years? What if it took you 2 years for you to bring in 3 people, and your 3 people to bring in 3 people, and that went down 9 levels? And 2 years from now, you'd be earning over $30,000 a month, or almost $30,000 a month. That is absolutely incredible. And I do not believe that it will take anyone 2 years. I don't even believe it will take you a year, because we're about to enter what's called momentum. There's one thing about companies like this, even though there's nothing quite like Fortress, but when a company has a great compensation plan and products, and it's very easy to do, you hit something called momentum. And when momentum hits, people just start joining. I got a call from a lady today. She just happened to just pass by the website. She was looking for Amazon Prime deals or something, and she came across the Fortress site, and she just called me and said, "I just saw this interesting website. Can you tell me something about it?" And she's from Mississippi, by the way. And I told her about it. She said, "I've never even seen anything like this. How do I become a member?" So she just signed up and became a member under corporate. Now here's the beauty of that. When someone becomes a member under corporate, they just fall into the network. So they go under you all. Now imagine when we hit momentum and hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of people just come to the website and they join under corporate. Guess where those people go? They fall under you all. That is the beauty of the spillover effect. But there's only one thing you have to do. You have to become a qualified member. And how do you become a qualified member? You have to bring 3 people to the table. So that is something that makes this extremely unique, because we have not started to advertise to the masses, but we eventually will, and the people will start to come. They're going to come from momentum. They will come from advertisements. They will come from word of mouth. They're just going to come because there's nothing that rivals Fortress out there. There's nobody that will give you the value that we give you for your $10 a month. So let's just revisit this one more time. You paid $10 a month. You brought 3 people to the table, and now you have a potential earning of over $29,000. And I'm going to show you in just a little while how you make even more than that. So I'm sure you've seen this example before. Would you rather have $1 million today or a penny doubled every 30 days? Most people would take the $1 million today, because they don't understand that when you double that penny on the first day, on the first day it's just 1 cent. On the second day it's 2 cents. On the third day it's 4 cents. On the 5th day it's 16 cents. Let's just jump ahead. On the 15th day, it's $163. Now at this point you start getting nervous, because you think, man, I should have took the $1 million. But by day 30, that penny becomes $5.3 million. And if the month has 31 days in it, that's $10.7 million, because that's compounding numbers. Now we're doing something very similar, but we're doing it with $1. And unfortunately, no one is going to offer you this. No one's going to ask you, would you rather have $1 million today or a penny doubled every single day? But we are offering you our 3x9 force matrix. And we are offering this to you for only $10 a month. This is something that anyone can do. This is not a get rich quick scheme, but it is something that was thought out and is very methodical in our approach in helping you earn these different levels. Because all you have to do to succeed is find 3 like-minded individuals. Why do we stress like-minded so much? Because you are here. If you weren't like-minded, if you didn't think like me and you didn't think like Andy, you wouldn't be on this call. Because you are here because you understand that opportunities are out there, and to take advantage of opportunities, you have to make yourself present. So we don't want people who just turn their nose up. Ah, no, those things don't work. That's just one of those pyramid things. That's not a like-minded individual, because guess what? Even if someone were to approach me with a pyramid thing, I'm at least going to look at it before I reject it, because you never know what's there. There may be a hidden gem in there somewhere. So when you find people who are like-minded and motivated, you can do this. This is an opportunity unlike any other. Now, as I mentioned, there's a way to earn extra money. When you reach a full network, when you filled out your 9th level, you will receive an additional $10,000 monthly. So now that's almost $40,000 a month you can make in a business opportunity that only cost you $10, and you only had to bring in 3 people, and you weren't required to sell anything. You weren't required to buy anything. Now, if you've been in any of those network marketing companies or those pyramid things, as some like to call them, when were you ever in one where you weren't required to buy something, or required to sell something, or required to go out and sponsor people month after month after month after month? We've eliminated all of that in Fortress. Fortress is truly unique, and I'm truly glad you all came here tonight, because I feel like I'm speaking to my brethren, because for the members that are on here, a lot of you all I speak to all the time. I speak to frequently. There's some members on here I speak to daily, and they keep bringing like-minded individuals to the table. And all I can say with that is, here we grow again, because we do this. We have 3 calls a week that help you expand your business, so that you never have to feel like you're doing this by yourself. Because one of our models, though we have few, one of our models is no members left behind. As long as you plug in, and as long as you want to succeed, and as long as you're positive, and as long as you're like-minded, we will do every single thing we can to help you succeed. Because guess what? This is not about taking your $10. This is a 3x9 force matrix, meaning 9 levels have to pay out. This is one of these. This is a company where you all grow with the leadership of the company. This is not one of those companies where the leaders at the top are going to make hundreds of millions of dollars and you all not, because it would be impossible. That's the reason why it's structured at $10. Now, some people say, oh, man, you should have charged $100 to join and then charge $10 a month. And that way, you know, when 1,000 people join, you have all this money. No. We didn't want that. We want it to be that, so that everyone grows together. That way, my success and Andy's success depends on your success. So what does that mean? That means that the leader have to help the people that they brought in to succeed, so that we succeed. It's just, you will not see this anywhere else, because there's so much greed in this world. They even have a TV show out called American Greed. Guess what? You will never see Fortress on American Greed, because in Fortress, the only way we succeed is if you succeed. And so we're going to do everything we can to help you grow. So ladies and gentlemen, I will open up the lines for anyone to ask any questions. And some of you should be ready to get started. If you're a guest for the first time and you want to get started, just go ahead and get with the person that invited you. Go to their website and become a member tonight, because we're looking to have you as a team member, and we're looking to help you get started. And so if you have any other questions, I'll unmute the lines. Just make sure you don't have a lot of noise in your background, and feel free to ask any question you want, because that's the other thing. We're completely transparent in Fortress. And before I do that, I'm going to go back to Mr. Solandi and see if there's anything he would like to add, because Andy is a fantastic leader. I'm telling you, his energy motivates me daily, and I would like for you all to hear from him if there's anything he would like to add.
Yeah, sure, Keely. I appreciate that. Before we get general questions, you know, in my last presentation with Dr. Dawood, a young lady said 3 questions. She said, 1, she was told that any company that's not forcing you to buy products or whatever, that's a red flag. You know, that's a pyramid, because, you know, you should be having to buy products for it to be legit. And I think she mentioned something else about, you know, the compensation and, you know, just a couple of things that you've already addressed. And what kind of blew me away was the fact that you removed all the barriers that stop people from succeeding. And yet we are so programmed to be abused. I'm going to use that word, that when we see something that's different, that's transparent, and that's truly empowering, people, some people still try to poke holes in it. We never said you didn't have products that you can buy. You mentioned Hydro One. I'm going to go back to that. If people are paying attention right now with the great Gatorade, they're advertising a lot now, 0 sugar and 0 calories. Hydro One is the functional beverage that we are carrying that's driving that functional beverage crusade. It's forcing these other sugary drinks to comply and to reduce the sugar and the sodium and all the bad things that they had in these drinks, fooling people, advertising with all these high-power celebrities about what it's doing for the body, which in essence, it was hurting the body. Everything we do is to empower people. The opportunity is to help people make money, is to help people save money, is to help people with their health. And yet, you have someone who you're not forcing them, a kid, to buy a product, and they're saying things like that's a red flag. I was just blown away.
Let me address that, because some people may think that. I've been asked that question a million times. If you look at any of the companies that have ever been sued, any of the network marketing companies that have ever been sued, they got sued because people had to buy a lot of products that they couldn't flip. They invested $1,500 or more in some instances, and they bought a lot of products and they just couldn't succeed. What makes a company an illegal pyramid or Ponzi scheme is when all you get paid from is bringing people in, and there's no products that are commissionable. That's what makes it a pyramid scheme. As long as you have commissionable products and you give people a value for what they paying per month. Now, Fortress is $10 a month. How many people out there know of a website that you can get with a back office for $10 a month, with unlimited team support for $10 a month, with the ability to promote and sell your own products for $10 a month? So Fortress gives you great value for your $10. As a matter of fact, if Fortress didn't pay you anything for you bringing people to the table, it will be worth $10 a month. So that throws the whole pyramid scheme out the window. If anyone ever says that, say, no, there's great value for what we're paying for. After all, we don't get all of that for our Amazon Prime membership, and we don't get all of that for our Costco membership. With Costco, all you get to do is just save. That's it. Nothing else. You can't sell, you can't promote, you can't earn from a network, none of that. And yet it's a membership program. So with Fortress, it's completely 100% legal. And with that, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you, Akila. Yeah, I think that was important to address that, because again, yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions. And again, there's innocent questions and there's clarification, but we just want people to know that it's completely legitimate, like you've covered, and you've created a way for people to win by reducing those barriers that are hard to duplicate. In essence, it's hard to recruit, 20 people to be successful and pay all this monthly money consistently without having to break down. And so many of these companies, these other companies are designed for you to look at it, but you cannot sustain. Just wanted to address that, Akili, and then again, going back to Hydro One, we are the only functional beverage that have, a patent formula in terms of the RFD line. It's actually patented by the U.S. Patent Office. I mean, it just is one of those premium beverages. It's also on Amazon, and because we still have a better membership program, we have a better price point to get Hydro One than being a Prime Amazon member. So that just speaks to the power of what we have, and we're just getting started.
Yeah, and to mention Amazon, right now, Amazon Prime is going on, where the Prime sale is going on. So everybody's crowding to Amazon to save 15 and 20% on their products, and that's wonderful. I went on Amazon today, and I bought a few products as well. But you have to ask yourself, would you rather save $50 on something, or would you rather make some money? They always talk about stimulating the economy, but the way their idea of stimulating the economy is to get people to go out and spend more money. I've always thought that was backwards. I think the best way to stimulate the economy is to get people to make more money. So that's what we're doing here. This is our stimulus package because we are literally trying to help people find a way out of this rut that most people are in. And with Fortress, it's just, it's a no-brainer. It's $10, it's 3 people, it's fantastic products. And what else could we say about it? So feel free, if you have any questions, we will answer any question that you have because we are a transparent company as well.
Hey, how you doing? This is Mike once again from Atlanta, Georgia, originally from Detroit, Michigan. I'm on the call through Rossi Russell.
Okay.
All right. So my question was, what is the method of payment? Like, how would a person go about getting paid? Say for instance, you become a member, you get your 3 people. How does the money, like how would I get paid?
Okay.
Direct.
That's best question ever. Cash App. We make it so simple. All you do is simply download Cash App to your phone, which most people probably already have on their phone. Once you become a member, you will put your Cash App name in your back office. Commissions are calculated once a month. So every single month, the computer automatically calculates everybody's commission and it downloads all of your information, your Cash App information, and you receive your money into your Cash App every single month. As a matter of fact, we just did commissions. We sent out a whole bunch of Cash Apps, and I love seeing it happen. We're also working on different payout methods as well. My wife is working with a company now. Well, she's calling them to try to get something set up where we will be able to do direct deposits into your accounts for those who choose. But right now, the only payout method is Cash App, and it's just been working seamlessly. You get your money instantly.
Okay. All right. I think that's probably my only direct question. Other than that, everything else sounds good.
Okay. Okay.
So I guess I'm going to get back with Rossi and go ahead and get on with the membership. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate all your time.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do we have any other questions out there? Good, juicy questions. And you can unmute yourself if you do have a question. So with the silence, I believe that.
Hi.
Oh, go ahead.
I have a question.
Okay.
My name is Susan. I wanted to know what happens if somebody quits.
Great question. All right. So it takes 3 people for you to become a qualified member. If one of your 3 people quit, you would no longer be a qualified member. And what that means is for that month, you won't receive commissions. Literally, all you would have to do is go sign up one more person, and then your commissions would resume. So what we suggest is that you sign up more than 3 people. That way, if one person drops off, you're still good with your 3rd person in there. I've literally seen scenarios where people missed out on their commissions in the thousands in a similar company that I was in, missed out on thousands of dollars because they didn't have that one active person under them. Or you'll get someone who comes in and they just sit there and the company is growing and growing and growing, and they'll have thousands of people under them and they don't get a dime because they didn't meet that one qualification of finding 3 people to become members. So to answer your question directly, yeah, just make sure you have 3 active people under you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Because sometimes people drop out and it's accidental. People's credit cards expire and they may not be aware that their credit card expired. They will be notified that the company, because the software will try to charge their credit card up to 5 times. And after that 5th time, if it doesn't go through, then they will become suspended. So, you know, just make sure your credit card on file is up to date, because we don't want to see you miss your commissions. We love paying commissions. This is all about paying commissions.
Hey, this is Mike again. I had one more question I just thought about.
Mm-hmm.
How long has your company been around for?
We started in June of 2017. And in the first year, we did what was called a soft launch, because we wanted to make sure that the software was going to run well and not crash. We wanted to make sure that the pay in and payout systems would work and not crash. And literally, in the time that we started, the only glitch we had was with PayPal. And so we ended up getting rid of PayPal and going with more, a more solid foundation for pay in and payout. And other than that, we haven't had any glitches in that short time. And also in that short time, we've reached into 5 different countries. So now we're in full launch mode, and we're going full steam ahead, about to take it to the world.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Somebody's credit card is bad in front of you. How would you know if it's still active?
I wonder if let me see. Not Africa.
I have a question. How would you know if one of your 3 people has become inactive?
Okay. As I mentioned earlier, you have a back office, and in your back office, you can go back there and check your genealogy or your downline, and you will see who's active and who's not active. You can click on your personally sponsored to see the people that you personally sponsored, but more excitingly, when you click on the downline, you're going to see tons and tons of people, and you will have no clue who they are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Omari, this is Hadassah.
Hello, Hadassah.
Hi. The question is, I see we have meetings scheduled up until the 15th, so I'm wondering, are the calls going to continue?
The calls are going to continue, although we will be taking next week off, unless, I'm going to talk with Dawood and Andy later on to see when we're going to schedule the next line of meetings. But I will be going out of town for a while, so I'm going to be able to host the calls. So if we bring some of the other leaders on, we're going to just go ahead and continue. But I was just planning on stopping them for a week or 2, and building. We still have 2 other calls that go on weekly, so it's not just the Monday call.
Okay, but thank you. And the other thing I wanted to say is the presentation was awesome. And I just got one question. Can I sign up again?
Yes, you can.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, this is April in New York. I have a question. Since you're not going to be doing the call next Monday, and I think the way you presented this call was really good today, will we be able to have access of this call so that we can use it to share it with other people?
Yes, this call will be available tomorrow on the website. It will be on the member tools page, which is on the regular website. At the very bottom, there's a member tools link. This will be on there for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, you can take this and you can download it, and you can show it to as many people as you want. And that's another thing that we want to see happen more often, because one of the reasons, once again, in total transparency, sometimes these calls can cripple people, because they will wait until Monday for their people to hear to see the presentation. So like in the scenario that I was given, this can happen on a day-to-day basis. But like, let's say you see this, you see this tonight and you're amped up about it, and then you go talk to a few people about it, and then they have to wait all the way until next Monday before they have another presentation. They'll run into a bunch of naysayers, dream stealers, and so forth. So in order to keep it growing rapidly, people should be talking and sharing every single day. So we actually discussed this before, that when we have when we have a once a week call, it's not as good when people wait a whole week to see a presentation, because within that week, you can get on the phone with the indicators, you can play the videos, people, literally by this time next week, you can already be qualified and have your first level already qualified.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, we have our upline available to us to do three-way calls or whatever is needed.
Exactly. And we want to utilize that more. And as we continue to grow and we get bigger and bigger, we will have to start doing calls on a nightly basis. I mean, when the tens of thousands of people start coming in, there's no way we will be able to do this on just Monday because we take questions. Could you imagine if there was 1,000 people on here and only 10% had a question? So we are definitely going to go back to some type of nightly call. Maybe we'll even do 3 a day at one point, but we want to get the network nice and solid, you know, because we don't like to just, you know, waste people's time and have you having to always be on a phone call. We want to be different from the other guys.
Keely, if I can just add to what you're saying, because I think Luke is on the line as well. And on a training call last night, towards the end of the call, he said something very, very powerful. He said, you know, in waiting to share this opportunity with a member, a family member, it took him about a week and a half. He wanted to be there in person. And once he got there and shared the information with his cousin said, man, why didn't you share this with me earlier? Why did you have to wait to come see me when you could have simply just called me and shared this with me? I could have already been in and qualified, you know. And he said he learned that one lesson to keep a sense of urgency. But the second thing he said, Akili, and this is for everybody that's listening, you broke down the presentation. This is not theoretical. This is not hypothetical. This is very real. Luke said, you know, Andy, if I had every member of my team right now got their 3 members, instead of being in the hundreds in terms of the residual, we'll be in the thousands right now with the same number of people that's already on board. And I don't know if you can emphasize how important it is to get qualified. And really, folks can start being their own presenter, or they can leverage someone with the experience like yourself to be their voice in a three-way call. But we are not a typical MLM where you got to go through all this script and you got to do all this stuff. This is simply sharing, going through numbers, finding the like-minded people and getting out of our own way and forcing everyone to understand that the rules of engagement, once you get qualified, you've done it, you can teach it, and we're obligated to help our members understand their requirements is to do the same, and everybody will make a lot of money with this. I don't know if you can just punctuate that for us.
You're right. I mean, you basically said it all. That's what it's about. Sometimes I tell people, you know, if $29,000 sound like too much for you, just try to earn your first $3. Could you imagine, Andy? Could you imagine if everybody in the company right now just started earning $3? What that would look like?
Absolutely.
If everybody just earns $3, that turns into thousands of dollars for you all, because it pays the entire network. It will be impossible. If you earn your first $3, it's impossible for you to receive a $3 check if the people under you earn their $3, because that turns into $29,523. So everybody should focus on just becoming a qualified member. And after that, by that time, you've learned the company more. You've learned if you decide you want to develop some type of script, because I don't have a script. When I talk to people about Fortress, it's just all whatever that moment is dictating. That's what I'll talk about or bring up, because it's untraditional. It's not like anything I've ever seen or anything I've ever been in. So for the members that are on, if you have guests on here, I would suggest that you go ahead and call them, and if they have any final questions, they can ask them now, or go ahead and get them signed up, and let's work on getting them qualified. People, when we tell you that our goal is to see you succeed, that's not a cliche. That is not something we're just saying. Because in order for us to hit momentum, and it have a positive effect. We need you to become a qualified member so that this movement continues. Often you will hear us refer to Fortress as a movement, for one, because it's so radical. And for two, it literally can change your life without breaking the bank. We're not asking you for $1,500. We're not even asking you for $100. We're not even asking you for $50. We're telling you $10 and 3 like-minded individuals, you become a part of a movement that is about to sweep the nation and change lives. And sometimes I don't like to say the change lives part because it sounds so cliche-ish, but that is our true goal. And that's what we want to do. And all of the leaders in this company are committed to that same one goal because we are all like-minded. When I first met with Andy, Andy came to my house and he sat in my office, and I didn't know Andy. I was introduced to Andy through another friend of mine's, Kerr, and Andy sat there, and I saw a genuine man who I had never met in my life. One of his first questions was, how can we help people? And when he asked me that, I got chills because I was like, that's what this is all about. Andy is already a very successful person. I'm a successful person. So the goal is now to help other people, plain and simple, not be like one of those Hollywood celebrities who don't help anybody. So that's what this company is all about. And so you all, we like to keep it to an hour, and we're just over by 2 minutes. So if you're any final questions, we will take them. If not, go ahead and get with the person who invited you and get your questions answered and join the movement. So with that, I guess I will say good night to everybody.
All right. Thank you, Achille. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.